It's only words, and words are all I have. The power of the pen is what copywriters employ to engage, maneuver, and conquer in the world of marketing and advertising. It can be said that those in the art department stir emotions while those in the copy enables understanding. Together, we create a message that moves the heart and the head. Hey everyone, I'm Ruben Liu and I'm a photographer, video producer and digital creative based in Malaysia. I'm a creative group head based in an advertising agency and I run a production house at the same time. My aim with this channel is to equip budding creatives to kickstart their journey and carve a space in this industry. If that resonates with you, do consider subscribing. In many ways, I shouldn't have been a copywriter. As with most copywriters, I didn't study this in university or even knew what a copywriter was until I joined the realm of creative advertising. But somehow along the way, my talents for writing were identified and I slowly wiggled my way into this whole new world. This video will be part of a series breaking down the agency life, and I hope this can help to demystify the advertising agency as a whole and open the door for newer talents. So what is copywriting? In the realm of advertising, copy is the written text that is used in the advertisement. So in its simplest form, copywriting is the act of writing advertisements. Copy can take the form of words on a billboard, text in social media posts, and even words you can hear on radio or on videos. As with any job in advertising, a copywriter is responsible in persuading the audience towards an action depending on the brief's objective. The only difference here is that words are our weapons in persuasion. Copywriters have to work hand in hand with designers and are usually paired with an art director to execute campaigns. Together, the two need to figure out the best way to share a message that invokes emotion, changes opinions, and also encourages action. While having good English or whatever dominant language you're hired for is the bare minimum for the job, a copywriter has more than just writing in their job description. They need to have good strategic thinking, insightful knowledge, and flexible creativity. One of the best advice an executive creative director ever gave me as a young copywriter was this: you are only as valuable as how much you know. As a copywriter, you'll be tasked with writing copies for a variety of industries, brands, and clients, and you'll need to juggle between multiple briefs in one day. 1 hour, you could be writing a video for a fast food company, and the next minute, touching up terms and conditions of an insurance brand. Your depth and breadth of knowledge on how the world works helps you in writing better, faster, and more efficiently. You need to know the brand you're working on inside and out, but also need to know what's happening in the world outside, because you need to understand what the audience cares about. As a copywriter, you have a lot of responsibility resting on your shoulders, from taking care of typos to ensuring that a phrase is politically correct. So what is copywriting today? The growth of digital advertising has thrown a spanner into the way that advertising and creative agencies work. Timelines are shorter and quantity is the name of the game. In many ways, the entire advertising philosophy has been flipped on its head. As creatives in this age, we need to not only be fast, but also accurate. And with social media, we also need to be trendy. To me, this fast-paced digital churn should only be a portion of a copywriter's work. And copywriters should still have a space in their job scope to write, strategize, and brainstorm campaigns. If not, our function is that of a factory monkey, and there's no career growth from there. Unfortunately, the value of the copywriter seems to be misunderstood in today's day and age. You'll find many job descriptions for copywriters, including tasks like SEO, data reporting, media buying, client servicing, and actually have very little writing involved. I'm not naive. The fact is that times are changing and copywriters should adapt. But the core of copywriting should remain strategic writing for the purpose of persuasion. Or we will just lose our function. How about career pathways? One interesting change with the digitalization of advertising is the career avenues that have opened up for copywriters. I entered the world of copywriting from the social media route, because my managing director just asked me if I was interested in copywriting since my command of the English language was pretty strong. I didn't learn the copywriting lingo until many months into the job. The traditional pathway for copywriters is to begin as a copywriter or junior copywriter in some companies, where you'll be tasked with a lot of repetitive work to learn the ropes. And after typically 3 years or so, you can find yourself as a senior copywriter, where you probably lead some campaigns and champion small accounts working closely with a partnered art director. From there, the next step after would be that of a group head, creative director, and finally executive creative director, and beyond. As a copywriter and senior copywriter, your job is to write and oversee the creation of copy. When you reach the group head level and beyond, the pathways of copy and art converge. At these levels, your responsibilities include both the copy and art. You should be able to draw from experiences of working together and come up with concepts that gel together the visual and the message into one cohesive piece. And that's the traditional pathway. But today, many copywriters end up as digital marketers or special interest writers, to name a few. As I mentioned earlier, a copywriter is only as valuable as how much they know. And the more knowledge you accumulate, the more pathways you create for yourself. So here are some final thoughts. I think I'll end this video sharing about who I think the copywriter career is for. It's for those who love contradictions. You have to be creative but detail-oriented, intellectual but understanding, knowledgeable but concise. You have the balance between different aspects to produce work that is clear, impactful, and memorable. It's not for everyone. You need a certain calm temperament due to the many inevitable back and forths. You need to know when to fight for ideas and when to just be a keyboard. You need to balance between your deep understanding of underlying human behavior and what the client ultimately wants. I love copywriting when we are free to propose solutions that go beyond just a marketing problem. Selling things is a given, but good ads and copywriters are able to go beyond and instill a feeling that lingers on. I hope you gain a better understanding about copywriting through this video, and if you have any questions about this career, do let me know in the comments and I'll be more than happy to reply them. I plan to embark on a series of demystifying this industry that I built my career in, and if that interests you, do consider liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Any little engagement will go a long way. That's all I have for today. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.